Part 10, Staying Ahead of the Game. This is the last piece of the course on leadership and AI. How do we evolve our leadership style in this age of AI and other technological advancements? The industrial age asked, how do we scale? The information age asked, how do we compete with knowledge? The AI age asks something far more personal and unsettling. How do leaders remain relevant when intelligence itself keeps improving? This is not a question of tools. It is a question of identity, discipline, and legacy. In previous eras, leadership skills aged slowly. A successful leadership model could last decades. AI collapses that timeline. Skills now have a half-life. Analytical methods age quickly, market intuition decays faster, organizational structures expire sooner, and best practices turn obsolete without warning. Leaders who assume permanence are already behind. Leadership longevity now depends on renewal speed, learning discipline, and the willingness to evolve. Relevance is no longer achieved, it is maintained. The is a shift from career capital to learning capital. Traditional leadership careers were built on experience accumulation, positional authority, and reputation. AI-era leadership is built on learning capital. How fast you update beliefs, how often you question assumptions, how effectively you integrate new intelligence, how gracefully you let go of outdated models. The leaders who last are not the most experienced, but the most adaptive. Today, everyone needs a personal AI strategy. And leaders, they need one too. AI is not only an organizational capability, it is a personal amplifier. Leaders who stay ahead use AI as a thinking partner, as a research assistant, as a scenario generator, and as a decision challenger. This is not about outsourcing judgment. It is about expanding cognitive range. Leaders who refuse to work with AI personally will increasingly find themselves slower, narrower in perspective, less informed, and more reactive than proactive. Personal AI fluency becomes as essential as email once was. Today, staying relevant means staying curious. Curiosity used to be optional. In the AI era, it is non-negotiable. Leaders who stay ahead ask naive questions without shame, admit what they don't know, learn visibly, invite challenge, and reward truth over comfort. Curiosity does two things. It keeps the leader learning. It gives the organization permission to learn. The opposite, performing certainty, kills adaptation. Today, leaders must develop a personal unlearning discipline too. Learning alone is insufficient. Leaders must unlearn systematically. This means developing a personal discipline, periodically reviewing beliefs, identifying assumptions that no longer hold, letting go of identity-based competence, and revising leadership habits. Unlearning is uncomfortable because it threatens ego, but ego is expensive in the AI era. Leaders who build unlearning rituals stay light, flexible, and sharp. The long range of leadership also extends beyond the organization. As AI reshapes society, leadership expands beyond company boundaries. Stakeholders now ask, how are you using AI? Who does it benefit? Who does it harm? What values guide its use? Leaders who stay ahead understand that legitimacy matters, transparency matters, and public trust matters. Leadership becomes stewardship, not just of profits, but of impact. Ethics are more in question, and therefore ethics is a source of strategic advantage. In the long run, ethical leadership outperforms opportunism. AI makes this visible. Organizations that misuse data, exploit automation, hide algorithmic harm will face backlash, social, regulatory, and reputational. Leaders who embed ethics early, move faster later, scale with confidence, attract talent, and retain trust. Ethics is not a brake on innovation, it is a multiplier of sustainability. AI-era leadership is cognitively demanding. The leaders who last protect reflection time, manage information overload, cultivate perspective beyond work, and maintain psychological resilience. Burned-out leaders cannot lead adaptive organizations. Because leadership longevity requires mental hygiene, energy management, and deliberate renewal. Leadership becomes a long game of sustainability, not heroic exertion. Today, legacy is redefined. In previous eras, legacy was often defined by market share, size, and dominance. In the AI era, legacy is increasingly defined by how responsibly intelligence was used, how people were treated during transition, how trust was preserved, and how capability was built for the future. The question leaders will be judged on is not, did you adopt AI, but how did you lead when intelligence changed the rules? And dated final shift of leadership is from power to stewardship. At its deepest level, AI transforms leadership by challenging the meaning of power. When intelligence is abundant, power no longer comes from knowing, authority no longer comes from position, and control no longer comes from hierarchy. Power comes from clarity, trust, ethical judgment, system design, and the ability to guide change without breaking people. The leaders who stay ahead embrace this shift willingly. They stop asking, "How do I stay in control?" and start asking, "How do I steward this system responsibly?" The end of something is the beginning of something new, or you can call it the leadership evolution. This course was built on a central truth. AI is not changing leadership at the margins. It is changing what leadership is. Leaders who cling to the old story will slowly fade. Leaders who rewrite themselves will shape the future. The opportunity is not to compete with machines. It is to lead humans wisely in a world shaped by machines. That is not a technical challenge. It is a profoundly human one, and it is now the defining leadership challenge of our time. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel for more insights on management topics. This is Paul Robinson signing off.